Alrighty, I think I'm gonna start this a little bit early. Hello. Let me pop out the chat window here so I can see y'all. Oh, hello. There we go. Move y'all over here. And, welcome back. Today we are going to be, well, I guess I'm going to be working on making a short. Wanted to try something a bit different because, good news, I have... Okay, I'm saying this with like an asterisk because things could change. I'm pretty sure I'm done with like the vast majority of the background art that we need for the pilot. So all that's left at this point, outside of any additional things that could come up, is working on the animation. Took like 2.5 years to get there, but let me make sure my... But it's... I don't know, like, it feels good. Okay, I'm just making sure all this stuff is working. And let me pull up a reference for Calvin. Not that I really need it. I have that dude's design burned into my memory at this point. But always good to have something on standby. Yeah, it was a long time. But I learned a lot, and you know, when you're starting something that you don't have as much experience with, you're going to be learning a lot just as you go through the process, and that's the kind of thing that it just tends to take a little bit. But anyway, just so y'all know what the plan is, I thought it would be fun to make a promotional short. Just like a very quick, like, looping animation since we've been posting preview clips. Gonna be so for real right now. I do not animate very often, so this is going to be a bit of an experiment. I've done animation in the past, and I did a lot of the storyboarding, but full animation is a little bit different. That being said, I do know what I'm aiming for, and I am just gonna start boarding this out. On like this highest point here. What I'm aiming for is kind of something similar to has anyone here seen Azumanga Daioh? If you have, then you know what happens in the opening. I'm going for that kind of vibe of him kind of like popping up from under, from the bottom. Copy this, and I just realized something. Something that helps with animation in Clip Studio is making like a folder in the animation layer, and then putting a layer inside that. That way, you have something you can paste frames into. Because I believe I'm probably gonna have to change the placement of this first one. So let me just quickly kind of make another layer here and plan out the arc of motion here. Now that I know what the full deal is going to be. Make this a bit very kind of thin arc where it's like he's going to be kind of coming up from this side and going down from this side. And with Anna, the robot, her arc is going to be a bit wider. I wanted to sort of kind of go out a little bit more, pass overhead, and kind of loop this way. So that she's a bit, actually let me make Calvin's a bit shorter here. Oh, that is the wrong layer. That is still the wrong layer. I need to have the right layer. No, okay, I just had the wrong layer selected. There we go. That should work. And then I'm gonna move this one down. And let's take Calvin's first frame here. Make this a bit up. Oops. Oh, that's the wrong button. 1 second. Where did this go? Oopsie daisy. Can I make these thinner? Probably, but I don't know how to do that, so I'll just get these up a little bit. And let's move you here. Actually, you know what? Rather than complicating this, I'm just going to black out some frames here. I'm working on 2, so I think I really only need probably like, let's try 8 frames. This is going to be 8 frames on 2. If I need to, I can always go through and add more and export it at a higher frame rate. But this is supposed to be the midpoint. Let's do this, edit, copy, and drop you here. And let's do the falling first. I feel like that part would be easier because I kind of want him to just like use a different brush here. Oh, it's because I have the opacity down. That's my bad. When I get to the final art, I'm probably going to be doing a bit of like copying and pasting just to keep things consistent, but let's have the legs moving up like this.
My eyelids droop once more. To sleep and dream is bliss.
Oh, I forgot that this playlist had like
thinking last?
lo-fi with
Slowly I rise,
That's gonna mess with the, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. There we go. Okay. Kind of funky. What's that long thing he's wearing? It's supposed to be kind of like a kilt. A skirt works too. Honestly, we were just looking for something that could give him a bit more of a distinct silhouette compared to other characters, and also, you know, like, it's, our own, like, kind of world building a little bit, like, or maybe he just likes it. Honestly, it could go either way. And let's move you down, like so. I feel like you should be a bit further down at this point, like... Because I want to... if I move this here... again. I'm going to make this brush a little bigger this time, and do this, and at this point rotate this a little bit. Make sure he isn't getting... Okay. I'm feeling good about this. And I'm gonna move this other leg up a little higher, actually. Like... this, set this here, and that. That still kind of implies this one's bent a little bit by moving the foot a little bit closer this way. And something I can kind of starting to see happen is he's growing a little bit, so I'm going to shrink this down like that much. Shrink this one down a little bit too, because I can... this one's definitely a bit larger. shrink this one a little bit. Okay, this works. And how does he get up there now? Let's turn on this again and start blocking in this. I can zoom in a little bit more. I'm not giving y'all a lot of room to see this. Do this and zoom in a little bit more. I'm gonna put Anna, just for reference, I'm gonna put Anna here. Bring his body in a little bit more. To the left here, so it's better following the arc. Maybe a bit kind of like a cannonball, but like a reverse cannonball, like he's getting like shot up into the air and he's kind of flattening out as he's going down. Let's do this, and let's bring your hands before I do this. Knees a little closer, legs more together. this, and that kind of brings a bit closer together. And let's zoom out a little bit, turn off the guidelines. Bring this in a little bit more. And I have to remember that he is moving up, so I can't have his hair, like, fluffy like this yet. This should still be a bit further down. And let's move this down over here. So now it's bop, 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 bop. Okay, that works. I'm definitely gonna try to clean up each of these frames as I go along. Copy this one, and I'm gonna do just some tweaking to this one here, rather than doing like a full redraw. Let's bring this in like this. Thank you. I'm glad you're appreciating the it's commentary adjacent noises. It's finally happening. Finally some milk animation on the Milk Animation channel, at least in like the live streams. We've been getting some animation in the shorts, which has been cool to see. Let's get some eyes on this one here. Let's try to make this a bit more jagged. Like, there's folds in the cloth and they're kind of like reacting to the wind more. And then for this last one, I think I'm probably just gonna hello. Feel free to ask any questions you'd like. I guess for context here, so I've been helping my friends over at Spilling the Milk develop a pilot for the past couple years, and during that time I've mostly been doing character designs and background art and storyboarding. And recently since I wrapped up some of the background art, I've shifted over to helping with promotional shorts. I'm definitely going to be doing more for a specific thing, which I can't talk about. But I'm excited, and I thought it would be fun to take y'all through the process of some animation. Gonna be real, this is what a lot of the storyboards looked like. I'm pretty sure you could see some of my very scribbly boards in the shorts. I didn't really go too crazy with them, but they do what they need to do. Right? And your animation is awesome. It always looks so smooth. Not often I see a pilot immediately that impressed. Yeah, they did a great job. Just to clarify, I haven't done any of the actual animation in the pilot itself. The only other animation I've done for this project was actually the first short that went out on the channel. I believe it would have been about a year ago now. How big is the team? On the animation side, I think about 15. Probably not like 15 in total, but like we've, let me just pop over, make sure I'm not accidentally streaming the work server. About like 11 or 12-ish. No, 15, yeah. That doesn't include the background artists. You know what? I think this is enough to get started on some more detailed frames. I don't think this is going to be, like, the cleanest animation. I apologize for that in advance. But... Oh, I should probably sketch out Anna first, actually. Let me make a new set of frames for that, or new folder for it. New folder... new frame, and I'm gonna put Anna a bit ahead here. She's a lot easier to animate because she is basically a circle and a triangle. Oh, Alia, that sounds cool. I don't really see very many vintage records. That's neat. Oh. 1 second here. I have to copy this. I put this on the wrong frame. Let's put you here. And there we go. New frame here and up. Right, this is where I had Anna on this one, and I'm probably going to move you here, because you have a lot more distance to cover. Make her head bigger here, because she's starting to level out. And then, as he's going down, she is going to start speeding up. And slow down a bit towards the end here, because there's also going to be another frame of Calvin falling there, and then she's done. So, oh, that was a bit fast. 1 second. Let me zoom out here a little bit. Get a clear look at what that was. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to slow this down. I think he needs some more, like, he needs a bit of breathing room at the peak here. Like, oh, nope, not gonna do that. Zoom this out. Let me pull this up here and... Let's move those 2 frames back. Actually, just 1 frame. And do the same thing here. Okay, I think I might have to tweak Anna's motion a little bit more. But I will do that after I get Calvin detailed out a little bit more. Where are you? Let's actually hide Anna's folder here for a little bit while I'm working on this. Let's start with the highest frame. This one's gonna need a bit of work. Let's turn off this and let's get started adding some details. I do have to remember to not go too crazy with any of these details, just because I'm going to be doing these a couple times. I think I've gotten Calvin's design down to something that should be easier to animate, but I'm just talking to procrastinate because I don't want to mess this up. But anyway, let's do it. I don't think I'm actually gonna do the... Let's do this first. I'm curious, what do Jack and Core know in terms of production? I don't think I actually know what kind of role they play other than leading the project. Like, were they maybe mostly involved in the writing? Yeah, but a bit more, like, honestly, a lot more than that as well. Jack and Core did all of, well, honestly, like, I'd say, like, the vast majority of the writing. I was involved for maybe the first couple months, and then they took a bit more control over the script. Like, a lot of the humor is very much, like, their creation, and a lot of my role was helping them bring those ideas about in terms of, like, designs and helping them play out visually. Core is the animation director, and he's also helping with, and he also, like, contributed a lot to the storyboards, and he is also doing the compositing, which is, like, where you take the finished animation and you add, like, different, like, lighting effects and, you know, getting them set up with, like, the backgrounds and stuff. That is all his role, which he's been chugging away at for a while. That's part of the reason I need to be able to finish my background stuff before then, so he has the materials that he needs to get his work done. But he's also, you know, and Jack, you know, he also did, like, the writing, and he's also involved more on the business side of things because he does a lot of the management for the editors over on Spilling the Milk. He's the one who does guidance for that. He makes sure everyone gets paid. He makes sure everyone gets the rate that they need, and he's also there to give feedback for other, like, supplementary materials for the pilot. They both are working their asses off on this. Oh, how do you deal with repetition in animation? Gonna be real, I don't really know. My animation experience is fairly limited. For me, a lot of, like, I don't really have problems when it comes to, like, repetition or, like, sort of the monotonous part of drawing. But I know that, like, if that's the kind of thing that, like, you're not, like, a fan of, I'm not, I don't know, like, for me, it's something that, it's like, if you know what goal you're working towards, it can make, the more tedious parts of the process easier to sort of handle.
Something in that soft tone
Oh,
which
they are talking again in the
is
lo-fi.
madness, frenzy.
Skipping ahead a little bit. That's so cool. I had no idea how much effort they put into everything. Yeah, like, I mean, part of the reason I've been able to do, like, streams like this is because, like, like, not only are they working on this pilot, but they're also managing the channel that brings in the money that is paying all of this and also paying me. So that's why I have a bit more time available to do stuff like this. Admittedly, I haven't been super great at doing it consistently, given it's been, I think, like a month since the last stream. But at the same time, like, I am trying to sort of, 1 second here. I am trying to make sure that, like, I'm delivering on the best work I can do as well. Okay. Let's do this, and then... Okay. I'm looking at this, and I understand how these connect. I just want to make sure I'm drawing it correctly. Once we get into, like, the more detailed stuff is where my animation, or, like, my lack of animation chops kind of starts to show itself a little bit more. Let's do this. I'll add the face last. I feel like I need to adjust some stuff a little bit more there. That's a bit funky, but I'm gonna have to go over this with another passive line, so... do you do video stuff too? This is the first time I've caught one of the streams here, but I'd love to see some of your other stuff. Sure. I mean, I think I have my channel handle in... Yeah, oh, it's blocked a bit by Clip Studio, but it is Highland Call. I've been mostly doing speed paints over on my channel. I'm hoping to start doing scripted stuff again, but just been trying to get the ball rolling since I finally started making some stuff that is drawing folks in, which is exciting. Oh, someone else asked if I stream it at the same time. I wish I did. I really should. Oh, question. How do you draw the neck? I mean, mostly just like this. Like, I at least with, like, cartoony stuff, I don't tend to do it, super detailed. Right now, the reason you can't see his neck is because his shoulders are kind of pressing in. Let's turn off the back layer. Okay, that should do it. Let me make this arm a little bit bigger since it's out in front. And this. There we go. Okay. this. Turn on onion skin. Oh, onion skin makes it kind of tricky to see the new frame. Let's eyeball just a bit of it. There we go. What's my time zone? I am in Central Time. It is about 3:45 for me, for reference. This part fall here, so we have a loop that's probably going to get undone just because there we go. Okay, yeah, that would be kind of pulled forward. That loop should actually go up a little bit more, I think. Like about here. There we go. Now it's kind of making kind of like a wave motion down. Or wave motion up, anyway. And did I have something on the back here? I did not, but I should. Like right here, maybe. There we go. It's probably a bit later for you than I imagine. Thanks for stopping by, though. If it being that late, I appreciate it. And let's do this. You should be able to see his neck here. Actually, this would be covering enough because those flaps on the jacket are going to go up. This shoulder's a bit too, or this elbow's a bit too high. Up. Dang, there's folks from all over the place. Okay, he should probably be a bit lower down. I will adjust the height by this much. And you should be higher. Okay, and let's adjust this frame. Or actually, oh, hold on. Oh, that's on his folder. There we go. And this is the part where I feel like I'm probably going to make like a more major shift compared to the sketch. Let me... Oh, I really do not like the way the onion skin looks.
I can't describe our
Oh
passage.
my gosh, stop
It was altogether
talking!
too full.
I'm making a different playlist here. Or not a different playlist, a different... that's Mario music. Video game songs to stop producing chlorophyll too. I forgot I had this one in the playlist. Please tell me these aren't AI. Okay, just had to check. Okay, now we can keep going. This part's gonna need a bit of adjusting. Yeah, it's nice to find a playlist with a nice title. And I don't think these would even be stretched out that much. This is more of a... I know how these parts connect, it's just making it clear where that... Okay, so I already have the arm kind of bent this way. So I feel like the way I have this motion going, I want the hand here. Now the wind is pulling it, or like the air is moving it forward. Probably kind of in a fist shape at this point. No, I don't need to shade that in. Yep, the arm is supposed to kind of be bending at the elbow there as the arm twists to start falling upwards. Go and da, ba, da. His torso got smaller a little bit, so I'm gonna have to scale this up to fix that. Drop this down like this much. This up. That fell. I'll pick that up later. At this point, I feel like the way I have this frame planned out, I am trying to keep the head visible, but I feel like at this angle, this arm would be covering the face, so I think I'm just gonna have to make my peace with that. Ruffles in his outfit. Yeah, let me see what this song is actually. It is very gooberish. It is called Microfish from Night in the Woods. This part's probably right, a microfiche is like one of those deals that they have in like libraries to look at old newspapers. Oh, hello. Well, always nice to see someone new here. Hell yeah. Let's do this. And I think I need one frame that's just like his arms and legs, just kind of pointing straight up, which I am going to do by copy, paste, and I'm gonna like quickly just extend this out like so. That, oh, dang it. This is just for placement. I am going to be drawing over this. There we go. And then take this one here. Or take all of this actually, and I'm going to bunch this a bit closer towards the rest of the figure. And then I'm gonna take arms and I'm gonna stretch this out a little bit like this. Line it up, put it more straight down, and there we go. I should be able to adjust the placement of this. And let's pick some of this stuff here. This foot's going up. It's probably going to be a bit closer. You should check out those Gnome Core playlists. I'll look up Gnome Core. I'll just do that in a new tab here so I don't lose what I'm currently doing. Let's figure out what Gnome Core is, everybody. Gnome Core playlist for gnome ears only. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Actually, one second. I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna duplicate this layer so I don't lose it. If I... I'm pretty sure he got bigger. Yep, he started growing again. That's one thing I've noticed whenever I animate, is that the character keeps getting bigger with each frame. Like, it's supposed to be squash and stretch, but, like, his just scale just keeps rising. Sketches on all of these. That, okay. Let's try to get these other frames going here. Try to make sure the scale is consistent, but oh right, they're going up, so that means this part needs to be held down. Oh, hey Jack. I didn't see you join VC. I didn't see you join. We're in chat. Hello. I am making a promo short. Cause I figured it'd been a bit since I'd streamed. I talked about this with Core before. Seemed to think it was a good idea, so. Make this a little bit bigger. And let's add the ears. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna do a bunch of adjustments off stream, and then whenever I stream next, I'll go through and do like the line art and coloring. Let's have an indent here where the hand is. And there we go. I feel like drawing on stream is so fun until you look at it later and see all the mistakes you didn't notice before. Boy, do I know that one. Can I change the frame rate on here? Do I have to go to like... How do I change playback speed? I don't know, actually. I don't know how to do that. Oh, that's the wrong thing to copy. I'm looking for this layer. And let's turn off the sketch underneath. There it is, that layer. Down. What? Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Could definitely use a bit, do some... Excuse me. The timing could be better, but I think when I do the compositing, I think I'm gonna end up doing the compositing in my video editing software, DaVinci Resolve, rather than in Clip Studio, because that gives me a lot more flexibility and I'm a bit more comfortable editing things that way. But honestly, like, how long has the stream been going for? Like an hour? It's been about an hour. I think I'll do a bit to adjust the timing. But I think I'm probably close to what I'll do for today. Let me do this and extend this frame out a bit more. And this frame. Oh, wait, no. This is the one that needs to be extended out a bit more. Woohoo! You know what? I think that's a good place to stop. I am gonna add one more frame just to show... Oh, why did that not work? This is the frame. There we go. That's one that implies these auto screen, and whoop. I think I'm gonna stop here. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I have not saved any of this. Let me save that real quick. This is gonna be loop 1. Oh, that'll be the very creative title for this. The discussion with the world's most unserious music is killing me. Hell yeah. Why cow? Why not? Chat strangers used to me for emotion. These discuss. Okay. That's. I don't know how to respond to that one. Should we hear in the background? Exactly. Can you imagine a ERTL/RX Plastic Crunch collab? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Anyway, I could feel myself getting a bit sidetracked here. I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. I will do some adjustments off stream, and hopefully I will be back to finish this soon. I hope y'all have a lovely day. Thank you all for stopping by.